Postcard Clues by Linda Johns, illustrated by Anita Dufala. This is a realistic fiction story that we are going to be reading today. This story is a great story to also teach us about some geography. We are going to be learning about many places around the world as we read the story Postcard Clues. So we will also be stopping to think about our comprehension. We're going to fix up our thinking if there's something we don't understand. And to make sure that we're understanding, we will be summarizing as we read the story. Follow along with me. Postcard Clues. My name is Sarah. I live in St. Louis, Missouri. My mom and I are going on a long trip. I say goodbye to my best friend, Sam. Sam says, "Have fun on your trip. Send me a postcard." I tell her, "I'll send you a postcard from every place Mom and I visit. I'll put clues on the postcards. You can use the clues to guess what we're seeing or where we are." Dear Sam. Now this looks like the first postcard that has been sent. Dear Sam, greetings from the west coast of the United States. Today I visited the second longest suspension bridge in the country. It was kind of scary to be so high up over San Francisco Bay, but the view of the Pacific Ocean was really cool. Can you guess which bridge we saw? Your friend Sarah. So after reading a page or two, I like to kind of summarize and think about the main ideas and the events and see if I'm really understanding what I read. Now last week we talked that good readers monitor their comprehension. So let me show you how I summarize the events here and use some things to fix up my thinking. Now on this page, to summarize it, I need to tell where the girl is and what she saw and what she did. She says that she's on the west coast and that she saw a suspension bridge. Well, which bridge was it? I'm going to look at the chart for clues. So I see 5 longest suspension bridges in the United States. Verrazano Narrows, New York, and it's 4,260 feet. Golden Gate in California, 4,200 feet. Mackinac, Michigan, 3,800 feet. The George Washington Bridge in New York, 3,500 feet. And Second Tacoma in Washington State at 2,800 feet. Now, the Second Tacoma in Washington is on the west coast, but the text says the second longest bridge. So let me check that chart again. Now, the second largest would be the Golden Gate Bridge in California. So that must be where she is. So let's summarize. Where did the girl go? She must be, that's right, in California. And what is the most important thing that she saw? She saw the Golden Gate Bridge, didn't she? And what did she send her friend? So we're seeing that she's beginning this trip in California at the Golden Gate Bridge, and she is sending her friend Sam the postcard with that clue. Let's continue reading. Dear Sam, we just saw the highest mountain in the United States. It's in Alaska. Most people here call it Denali. The mountain has another name too. Can you guess the mountain's other name? Your friend Sarah. So again, here's the next postcard that is sent, and we see that it is the highest mountain in the United States. So we want to make sure that we're in the United States, and we know that it has to be in Alaska. And we know that most people call it Denali. The highest mountain. Well, let me look at the chart here. It says the 4 highest mountains in the United States. So I'm going to pick the blue because that's the highest mountain. We know that a lot of people there call it Denali, but we know that some places have more than one name. Let's read the name under the blue one. The blue mountain there is Mount McKinley. It's in Alaska. All of these are in the United States, but this is in Alaska, and it is 20,320 feet. Now, you could also do a little bit of math with this. Look how much taller it is than some of the other really tall mountains in Alaska. That's pretty cool. Moving on to the next postcard. Dear Sam, greetings from down under. That's what they call Australia. We went scuba diving and saw the most beautiful fish and plants. They live in more than 1,000 miles of coral off the northeast coast of Australia. Can you guess where we went scuba diving? Your friend Sarah. Now we're going to use the map feature to help us really understand where she is. Where is Sarah? We've got to fix up our thinking here. Here's Australia, and I see that she is on a coral reef off the northeast coast of Australia. So I know north on a map is to the top, east is to the right. What do we see there? We see Pacific Ocean, but that's not a reef. That's the name of the ocean that she's swimming in. She must be in the Great Barrier Reef. Very good. So summing up, where has she been? She has been in California and Alaska, and now she's in Australia. What amazing travels. Let's move to the next pages, the next postcard. Ooh, here we have a real photograph, don't we? Dear Sam, we're in another country. It has the largest population in the world. Today we're visiting the Great Wall. It is very old. People started building it around 2,700 years ago. Where are we? Your friend Sarah. So now Sam gets the clue that they are in another country, so they're not in Australia any longer, and they're visiting the Great Wall, and that the country, it said the Great Wall, is that it has that this country has the largest population in the world. Well, the chart that is included has the 5 most populated countries. Now, she doesn't tell us where the Great Wall is, but if it is in the largest population, it must be in the country of China. Awesome. Can you read that number? 1,285,000,000 people. Isn't that incredible? Look at the population then of the United States in comparison. There's some things to discuss there with your class. Now that's where we're going to stop this video for today, but let's take just a minute to summarize. Some important events are that Sarah has left her house and she went to California to the Golden Gate Bridge. She visited Mount McKinley in Alaska and she goes hiking there. She visited Australia and went scuba diving on the Great Barrier Reef. And she visited China and walked along that Great Wall. So we just used the clues and the story here to fix up and help us summarize what our story is about. And when we do this a little bit at a time as we go through our reading, it helps us really understand the text even better. So we will continue with this story and working on fix-up strategies and summarizing on the next set of story slides here. So we'll wrap this one up and we will come back to this tomorrow.